Oh, this is a busy little place, isn't it? Looks like CBT, compulsory basic training, but it isn't quite that. This is the car park of the Sheffield Arena, where we've been many times in the past. World Trials, Supercross, and of course the Sheffield Bike Show. This today is quite different. It's a pilot scheme and it's aimed at youngsters. All these people are pupils from local schools and colleges, some of them only 15 years of age. And the idea, of course, is to promote road safety, but more importantly, to give them some appreciation of what it's like to ride a two-wheeler. And if you want to know how to ride a motorcycle properly, you should watch a policeman, because they've had all the training that you will ever need. And the people responsible for the riding side of this little package are, of course, the police. So, Chris, what is the package? What do these people get when they arrive?
Okay, when they arrive as a group, we take them onto one side and give them the rules and regulations, if you like, because you're always going to have one or two who will think they're a little bit better than they really are. So we bring them all down to ground level, show them a video, which is quite hard hitting. That gets them at a level playing field. We then split them into two groups. Half go onto the simulator just to see how they go on with the fine controls such of it. The other half come onto one side and get all the safety clothing on, and we take it really down to basics: how to put a helmet on, how to fasten it, how to put the coats and gloves on, what they do, how the coats are constructed with the armour, etc, etc. Don't take anything for granted at all. We then swap them round, so they've all got all the kit on, all been on the simulator. We then move on to second stage, again in two separate groups. One is on the basic riding course over there, which is just stopping and starting, then going on a nice gentle circle, whilst the other group are in our temporary caravan doing a highway code exam, which shocks them a little bit, and nobody's got 100% either. And we talk them through one or two real life accident scenarios, especially ones with the mopeds and bikes, saying, this is why this happened, this is why this guy got this injury. Then that takes up to halfway points. They've all had a little go on the mopeds, they've all done the highway code theory side of it. We then split them again onto the more intense side, where we've got slaloms, figure of eights, chicanes, circles and such like, really slow control, while the other group are back on the simulator, but that's a quite difficult urban situation which tests the powers of observations and the reactions. So at the end of the day, they've all had a good 40-45 minutes actually in the saddle riding the scooters. They've had a good bit of theory input, they've had a go at a highway code exam, and they've been in the simulator as well.
Well, one of the many people behind this project is this fella here, Chris Hall. Now, Chris, tell us, what made you even have the inspiration to do a thing like this? Because it took some serious organising.
It has, and basically from my point of view, I'm a motorcycle dealer in Yorkshire that I want to sell scooters, I want to sell small bikes, but in the interim period I've contacted the schools locally. The schools didn't really want to get involved with me personally on the commercial level. I have friends in the police force who are customers of mine, who are friends of mine, who we've got involved. They brought the schools along, and in the interim period, in meetings with the police, with Honda UK and myself, we've hacked up this idea of road safety. There is a motorcycle boom, a scooter boom coming up from down south, coming up north. I have 3 young children myself, one just about ready for a scooter. I want her to be safe. Looking at what we've achieved here is, I think it's brilliant. We'll end up with sales, yes, but we'll also end up with people thinking safety, young people thinking safety, and if we save a life, we've done a real good job, if I say so myself.
So Neil and Tom. Neil, have you been on a bike before today?
No, never before today.
Right.
I've just done driving lessons, but never been on a bike or anything like that before.
Okay. Is this new to you as well, Tom?
Yeah, completely new. I've always fancied it, but never done it before.
And is it what you thought it was, or is it just a good skive off college?
Both. It's good. It's better than I thought it would be.
Yeah. Are you learning lots, Neil?
Yeah, I've never rode a scooter before, so it's learning all controls and driving around and everything. It's good fun as well, yeah.
So will this make you want to be a motorcyclist? Is that, do you want to own a bike one day?
I'd like to own a scooter, yeah, probably.
And you, Neil?
Yeah, definitely on a scooter, definitely, yeah. Just after riding there, just for about 10 minutes.
Now, this fella isn't doing a training course at the moment. This is James Tosland, and those enthusiasts in the world of motorcycle racing will know this fella, because you're a British superbike racer and you've done world-class stuff as well, James. But what on earth brings you to this? You're not doing your training, surely?
No, I done my CBT about 3 years ago, but yeah, I only live 10 minutes down the road, so I know the boys from the Honda stand here, so I just offered to come down and to help out a bit, and they appreciated it. So
well, I've seen the kids' faces, in particular the girls. They like to see you here, but I've seen the kids' faces, and they're keen to see a world-class racer come along and talk to them, and they're obviously going to take on board what you've got to say because you know your stuff. But just tell us, what do you feel the relationship is between racing a motorbike and riding on the road?
Well, obviously, I mean, they're still at school or in the last year. I'm only a year or two older than them, so they can relate to my kind of age group, and also, they've never ridden a bike before. But riding on the circuit and riding on the road is totally different. Obviously, you've got a lot more obstacles on the road than you have on the circuit. Everything's going the same way on the circuit, at the same speed. So I can do 180 mile an hour on the circuit. And it feels like 60 mile an hour on the road, because everything's going at the same speed. There's loads of runoff. You're not going to hit anything usually unless you're unfortunate, and it's just a lot more safer. I think that's the main thing.
So presumably, therefore, you don't commute around town on a motorbike then?
No, I haven't done. No, because of my age, I'm restricted to 33 brake horse or something as well.
Yeah.
So I think that's a 250 or something, but no, it's a different ball game altogether. I went down to Newquay on a 600 once, and that was a 5-hour trip, and my rear end is just about recovered now. That's 2 years after. So
that put you off, did it? Touring's not your fault. You can stick to driving a car, right? Yeah, fair enough then. Yeah. Here I'm having a right laugh messing around on these scooters around these cones. It's good fun, but I really shouldn't be doing it without my crash helmet and the appropriate clothing. So I'll go and seek and find some of the right gear, and I'll bring more from Sheffield next week for you. Oi, stop messing about on them motorcycles. I say, stop it. I've always wanted to do that.